Hello, guess what? We have another question. How do I create a killer website for my brand or product or my business or my services? So, first, I would like to say thank you for trusting me with this question. I will answer this question based on my own personal experience and what I have learned in building websites for other people. Let's get to it. How do you create a killer website in 3 days? Yes, 3 days. It is possible. So you don't need any significant amount of developing skills. You don't need to know how to code. If you have those skills, that's a plus. It'll make your process a little bit more exciting. Okay, so building a website. There's building a website and there's using templates to create your website. If you have no developing skills whatsoever, it's okay. Go. There are plenty of sites that you can go on, like Wix and WordPress. There's Weebly. There are so many different platforms that you can use and go through without having to build your website from scratch. Okay, so if you decide to go through one of those platforms, you want to choose a platform that is conducive to your needs. So if you are selling a large amount of inventory, you want to go through sites like GoDaddy or even Shopify. They're very user friendly, and basically all you have to do is choose a template, upload your information into the website, and voila, you choose your colors and themes, and you're ready to go. You will need to connect your social media links, any external points of sale. You'll need to create widgets for that. And that's not as hard as it sounds. For instance, if you have an existing PayPal account, you can go into your PayPal account, particularly if it's a business account, and you can get a little widget. When you go and you shop and you check out, and it asks you if you would like to pay with PayPal, they have widgets that you can get from PayPal as a business owner and plug onto a site. So when it comes to third-party sites, particularly like Weebly and WordPress, you don't need to go through the point of sale systems that they have integrated into that site. You can get your widget and have it directly connected to your own PayPal account so that there is no middleman and there are no additional fees being taken from your profits. So you can also do that with Amazon Pay and Apple Pay. So first things first, you need to pick a platform that will give you the most bang for your buck. If you're not a developer, you will have to pay a little bit, but trust me, it's worth it when it comes to the increase that you will experience in regards to your sales. So you'll have to purchase your domain. Domains start like from as little as 99 cents up to $25,000. So the price of your domain is going to be based on the popularity of your name. So if I were to choose a domain like, let's say, um, bikers.com, bikers.com, I can guarantee you that that domain is either already taken or it will come at a high price because it's something that can be attached to literal like bikers, like motorcycle riders or cyclists. Okay, so the more popular the name is, the higher the premium you're going to pay for your domain. Okay, so be creative. There are also alternatives like .us, .org if you're starting a nonprofit. There is .biz if you are into business related services and products. So there are other alternatives as to it in lieu of a .com. So explore those options. One of the premium sites that I go through for purchasing domains is GoDaddy.com. It has been my go-to for the last 10 years. So you can easily accumulate domains and use them for whatever you need to use them for. If you do any kind of work or consulting for people and you have to build websites, it's very easy to register a domain in multiple names. There are primary owners and secondary owners. So you can have somebody do that for you if you're not comfortable. Very simple process. Most platforms like Weebly and Wix and Shopify allow you to link your domain that you purchased with the platform that you were using. So if you go through Weebly for your website, then you will be able to take your GoDaddy domain and connect it to Weebly. And it's just a three-step process. Okay. So day one, you are going to pick your platform. Um, if there's a premium that you need to pay, it usually shouldn't be over $50 to start with. And then is also the option of establishing a free site first. And then what would happen is you will have like yoursite.weebly.com. Okay, so initially getting started off, you want to have a real life version of your website up and running. So that allows you to see, is this the platform that I want to go with? If not, you can go and delete what you've done and move to another site. Now, those sites that are that have templates, they are pretty user friendly. You just drag and drop. If you are familiar with drag and drop, click on what you need and drop it on the area of your page that you want. You can get that done. Okay. So look at different websites and make sure your color contrast is good. Make sure you keep in mind that you don't want your fonts to, be too fancy to where, people can't read them clearly. You want to make sure your images don't overlap. And there are a lot of tools in those websites that you can use, particularly GoDaddy.com, Wix, and Weebly, and all of them. Their templates are pretty simple. So for day one, you pick your platform, you choose your theme. Also, you want to identify what the purpose of your site is. If it is solely for conducting transactions, you want to make sure that you connect your point of sale system to your existing accounts. So, for instance, if you have a business PayPal, make sure you get the link. When it comes to adding on the point of sale that exists on the platform that you choose, you will incur fees to do that, and there will be additional like site fees and things like that. So you want to keep track of what your costs are going to be to maintain the site. If you just want your website to be for informational purposes, make sure it is clear in the theme that you select. The themes are organized by type. So, for instance, if it's just a yoga site, then they have themes that are, that have backgrounds that remind you of yoga. You can change your pictures as needed. There are usually plenty of stock pictures that you can use to populate your site with. They are free. Some you have to pay for, but it is standard for website platforms to offer a variety of stock photos that you can choose from. So you want your website to be as professional as possible. Again, based on what your purpose is for your website, you want to choose a theme that is consistent with your purpose. If your website is just for your contact information for consulting, your bio, your resume, then you want to pick a theme that is contemporary and very clean. Keep it simple. If your website is just for information or to link to other organizations, then you want to make sure you're using your link features. All of these things in the sites that I have mentioned, and I will put the links to these platforms below in the description box. They are very user friendly. You are able to go in, you can add social media toolbars to your websites. You can create multiple pages. You can add inventory. You can even manage your inventory on some of the platforms as well. So, day two will be the day you start adding your inventory. Stock pictures that you have already on hand, you want to start adding those. You want to have nice clear pictures of your items. One really good investment, and if I can find the link to this particular item, I will add it also in the description box, is there are these little like white boxes that you can purchase to take pictures of small items to put on websites. So if you are selling items like jewelry, if you are selling models, if you are selling even business cards, you can stage them in this little box, and it has an LED light and it has a USB plug, and that it takes phenomenal pictures. Like, you would not think that the pictures would be like so clear and crisp, even if you have like a little, phone that is not the best quality for taking pictures. Having one of those little boxes, investing in this $20 box with an LED for taking like high quality pictures for your items, is totally worth the cost. So you want to have good pictures of your items. If you have a website for maybe a restaurant, you want to either hire a professional to stage your food for you, or find out about different ways that you can present your food well on your website, because you don't want advertising as well. All right, what would you do if you go to a website and you want Grubhub and you look at their pictures and it just looks like a pile of mush on the plate? You're not going to want that. So don't put that on your food website, okay? So if you ever have any issues as you are, building your website, and you just need a third set of eyes or second set of eyes, like, inbox me for a consultation. I can do that in a short amount of time and give you some pointers on how to improve your website. So under this video and most of my other videos, I have examples of different websites that I've done. Some of them are on independent platforms, and some of them are on existing platforms that are of a larger scale. So, like I said, you do not have to be like a coding genius. You do not have to be a developer to build a solid killer site. So day one, identify what platform you're going to use, and pick your themes. Second, and also purchase your domain. Second day, start uploading your inventory and pictures and formatting your site how you would like it. And guess what? Day three, start setting up peripheral connecting sites. For instance, if you have a social media page, an Instagram page, a Pinterest, Tumblr, any of those accounts, you want to make sure you link those to your existing page. So when you have items that are new, you can easily share them, and also you can cross market yourself. Okay, so that is very important. Do not skip this step. So your day three will be getting the word out and marketing your own site. So as you go through this process, you may hit a couple speed bumps, and that's okay. All these sites that I'm mentioning have help buttons, frequently asked questions tabs, where you can go through and look at the different questions that have already been asked and be able to answer basic questions fairly easily. Now, if you have any amount of developer experience, you can also consider going and creating some code and really customizing your site in a way that you would not be able to do using just the basic templates that are provided on the websites that I mentioned. So also, another hack, there are websites that actually have pre-built code for you. So let's say you want your layout to be a certain way. You want your menu bar to be on the right side. You want pictures to you want with the features that you want, just by knowing how to build the code or identifying a source or a website that has pre-built codes that you are able to integrate into your site. So most codes are built with either HTML or JavaScript. So you will need to identify what what type of code you need for the platform you decide to use, and make sure that whatever site you go to for your pre-built codes is compatible. Okay. Also, on day three, determine whether or not you want to add an application for your website, and make an executive decision. Will it boost your sales? Will it allow people to experience your site on another level? Okay. Um, Keep in mind that a lot of these platforms allow you to have a mobile version of your website automatically. So what would happen is, instead of your users having to go in and download an app from iTunes or Google Play Store, when they open your website, it goes to a mobile view and it looks similar to what it would look like as if it, if there was an app that they had access to. So when you do your final edits and you look through all of your pages and you have all of your pages linked um, the way you would like them linked. You make sure your menu is comprehensive. Always go back before you launch your site and check all of your links. Make sure all of your links are working. Make sure all of your menu items are in the order that you want them in. And you look at it from a user perspective. If it was your first time on this website, would this website be something that is easy for you to navigate? Is it clear what the purpose is? Okay. Um, Another thing is, if your website is just for information only, you want to make sure that it is indexed in a way that users are able to get to the information they are looking for in the least amount of clicks. Okay. So, one way to make sure you do that is to map out how you want your menu to fall and what you want to fall under each menu. Okay. You don't always want to have like a long menu list. You want to have sub menus, sub titles under your menu so that you don't have this huge long list of items for people to choose from, because what ends up happening is they get overwhelmed and they'll log off. Okay. So if you want to keep people coming back to your site to get information and products, make it as easily accessible and user friendly as possible. Okay. If you have any questions, please send them to me, post them in the comments section. Hopefully, what I was able to share with you is going to be helpful for you as you start to build your website. If it's your first site, please share the domain so that we can check you out. And also, if you have any other questions as you're working through the process of building your killer site in 3 days, then let me know. Okay. You can schedule a consultation with me. So remember 3 things. Day 1, you are going to establish the purpose of your site, find out what platform you're going to use, and purchase your domain. And then day 2, you are going to start putting your items in, organizing your site, creating your pages, um, any items and descriptions. You connect your point of sale to your site. If you're going to use the existing point of sale that comes with the service, then make that decision, or you go to your existing sales outlets, whether it's like PayPal, you get the link and put the widget on your site so that it goes directly to your PayPal, cuts out the middleman. And day 3, that is when you link all of your external accounts and start marketing your website. Do your final walkthrough as a patron or customer and launch your site. And then share it with us. All right. So hopefully, like I said, something that I shared based on my own experiences with building websites for my businesses and ventures, as a non-developer. Hopefully something I shared is helpful to you as you embark on the journey of slaying website design for yourself for the first time. Take care and have an awesome day. Thanks.